Zoning Board of Appeals for October 15th, 2025. Would you do the roll call, please, Mr. Gleason?
Yes, Mr. Brado?
Here.
Mr. Gleason's here. Mr. Leonetti?
He is absent.
He's excused, I
Excused.
believe.
Ms. Oparka?
Here.
Ms. Torp?
Here. Approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make that motion.
Is everyone in favor?
Yes.
Anyone opposed? Okay. We have minutes from the last meeting. Has everyone read them, and is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Support.
Everyone in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Okay, we have one case tonight. Mr. Gleason, would you read the case, please?
Yes, case number 11-25, Lath Yono at 37791 Huron Point. Property number 1713271300002 is requesting allowable side yard setback determination.
Thank you.
Hi,
And who is appearing for the
my name is Lawrence
petitioner?
Scott. I'm an attorney at O'Reilly Rancilio. I'm here appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Yono this evening.
Thank you.
Um,
I need to let you know, as the petitioner, this is normally a five-board panel. One member is excused, so there is a possibility with an even number of persons on the panel that this could result in a tie, and if it should result in a tie, that means the decision goes against you as the petitioner. Do you wish to proceed or request a postponement for another month?
We'd like to proceed.
Thank you. So we have your name and address?
Lawrence Scott, O'Reilly Rancilio, 12900 Hall Road, Suite 350 in Sterling Heights.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Yono's here with me. For Yono's petition, I won't read it. He filed an extensive application. I'm sure you've all had the opportunity to look at it. Mr. Yono purchased a home on Huron Point. He drives by my house on his way to his. But he purchased that home and wanted to do some extensive renovation. He, in fact, obtained a demo permit township for the inside of the house and was doing some work before they realized that some of the alterations that he wanted to make, and they asked him to stop working on it, which he did. But he has a 2.3-foot side yard setback. What he's asking to do is to change the upstairs, change the deck on the back, on the outside, but nothing is increasing or expanding the footprint of the house. It's simply at 2'3" side yard requirement doesn't meet township's 6-foot requirement. And with that 2'3", it's non-conforming. And with that, we need this variance so that he can go forward, complete the renovations that he's proposed on that property. He's met with all his neighbors. They've all supported him. We've gotten letters that we've supplied to you. No one's objected. He's worked hard on it to get it to the point where it is, but it's got a ways to go. But if you know the property at all, it's been there before Lath bought it. It's been there sitting vacant for a long time. And candidly, it was ugly. But he's done some things with it. His proposed drawings, what he wants to do are candidly, they're pretty nice. They're right next to a home that a couple just built that's beautiful. And those people are supporting his request. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but I don't think I need to read the whole application to you all.
No, we have it. Thank you. Are there questions from the board?
I just have one thing to confirm. You're not expanding outside of the existing footprint of the home that's there, or the
Exactly.
foundation. Okay.
You are literally building on top of the existing foundation.
I drove over there the other day. I can confirm that.
Right, we're not going outside of the footprint of the building, going higher in the front, further towards the water in the back, but the footprint is staying the same.
Any other questions?
The name sounds familiar, you look familiar. Did we hear a case from you before?
Did, yeah, it was, 0001 was,
Mm-hmm.
That was
The
that
pie-shaped
piece
parcel.
like this?
And that was like a private road or something? Is that what
it
it
was
was?
on Jefferson Elm Street.
Yeah. Wasn't that street like private or something?
Part of it is.
We're
Dead
concerned
end.
about the driveway?
Elm Street and Point Rose at that end of the water.
Yeah.
It was an irregular parcel, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we were joking that he'd have to build a trapezoid there to make it.
He told me about it when he came to see me the first time. And I drive by it all the time, so I knew exactly what he was
Yeah.
talking.
Yep.
Any other questions from the board of the petitioner? Thank you. We'll just go into board discussion then. Thank you. You may be seated if you wish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looks to me like, I don't have any questions. It's pretty self-explanatory about the. Is anybody willing to make a motion? If not, I would be willing to make a motion.
Is there any other discussion?
No other discussion from me.
Okay.
Go for your
Good.
motion.
I will move that the ZBA approve the request by the homeowner. I believe their practical difficulty is that this is a non-conforming lot, and they are literally building the house on an existing foundation. So I believe that everything that Mr. Yono is doing will be a significant improvement for the property, and I think we should approve this based on the non-conforming lot.
Thank you. Is there support for the motion?
I will support the motion.
Thank you. Will you take the roll call?
Yes. Mr. Brado?
Yes.
Mr. Gleason, yes. Ms. Oparka?
Yes.
Ms. Torp?
Yes. Congratulations.
Good luck with your project. Okay.
No, it's the rules.
It's our job.
No problem.
No, that's fine. I just had a comment to make. I was
Oh.
just wondering why, I own probably
Oh.
almost 50 properties.
I am so sorry that you were here for a comment, sir.
No, it's fine. I just want to let you know, I own the Octopus House. That was non-conforming, and I rebuilt it. And I own the lot that's now getting another $1 million house built on it. But I also own, I don't know, 40 houses in the community here. I just want to say something.
Yeah, can you go up to the podium?
Please, and
It's
your,
basically, listen.
your name and
The rule,
address. for the-
my address is John Bowen. My address is 37811 Huron Point, my residence here. And I own numerous businesses and marinas in the township. I've been around since before Candace Miller was supervisor. You guys elected a company called Community Planning. Dennis Maher, Patrick Maher. They made all these recommendations, they changed all these zoning things. They hired basically a newbie from college with a degree to try to reconstruct Harrison Township that was a cottage community at the time. These plats that are 40 and 50 foot
I
wide
can address this.
should be exempt from this type
And
of,
I was actually going to bring this up.
of this stuff. And I believe that you should have a tech committee for these certain types of things. The money that this gentleman just spent and the delay that he had, I feel is pain. Because I had the same thing when I did the Octopus House, because I was 3 inches from the setback when the house was originally built. Because I needed 2 5-yard setbacks. I conformed to it. I took the brick off, I put the fake brick on, lifted the house up. But who sets all this standard? Can you imagine this waterfront district being Cape Cod? And how many ordinances that you would have to pull if this was, yeah. But this is an environment for a waterfront district. This is not Sterling Heights, this isn't Warren, that you can hire a community planner to come in here and put all these restrictions on it. I'm just gonna give you what I just did. I bought the 2 lots next to my house because I needed a little bit bigger property. I wanted to get rid of a marina that I was in court, and I had Larry here represent me. He built a marina next to that on a vacant piece of property, and it went on for years and years and years. Nobody caught it until I built that house and he brought in gravel to make a parking lot. And I found out that his water was being tapped into from underneath. I was livid that whoever was allowed to do this. Then I find out later that he was only allowed to put a seawall in, not put any of the docks in. And I said, okay, you know what? But I was suing the gentleman, and I sued the township. Never went to real court, or didn't go in front of Judge Judy. My point is that I went in there and I talked to Brent. And I said, Brent, listen, all I want is a side yard. I wanted a little gazebo that I can get out of the sun and do whatever I want to. What are you proposing? I says, how about if I bought these 2 lots, get rid of the lawsuit, basically, and I split one of the 50-foot lots and added it to the other 50-foot. I still don't meet your requirements because now they're 80-foot. But when this was all platted out, they were 40 and 50-foot. I did I did something that was more, I guess, not environmentally, but economically better for the community, because the diminished values of some of these houses, like what I have to look at with his house right there, and what some of the other things, I think the township needs a strong tech committee to go around, police what's going on, and what's going on, because you have a same situation that this gentleman has on Lake Shore Drive. A brand-new house was just built. I don't know I didn't see him in here. He's doing a larger development on that house than Mr. Youngholm is doing on this house, trying to remodel that, whatever. But he was told that he had to come here because it was vacant, and that's why I was here, because I know why it was vacant, and I was going to talk in his behalf on why it was vacant, and that's why I got up here to talk a little bit more about
So
the
if I
township.
could address some of the comments you're making, I sit on the planning commission as well,
Mhm.
and I agree, we have some issues with our ordinance. A lot of the language as it exists was picking up from other communities in the area. The company you mentioned represented a lot of other communities. We are actively working with our new planner, Wade Trim, to update our ordinance, and I was actually going to tell the ZBA this as well. We're not going to fix every issue because we have so many small lots in the waterfront areas, but we are in the process of updating our ordinance, and we are reducing minimum lot sizes in the R1C, which is Huron Point, Lake Shore, all of those homes.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
to your
because-
comment, we've been working on that.
Because the other thing is AEW. And I had Jim Raybine here and a few other ones. I spent almost $100,000 back in 1979 on irrigation, drainage. And I'm like, where's the drainage plan? You know that not one of them could produce it, and they couldn't produce it today? And I went down there and talked to Lynn over here. She gave me this little thing. She says, here's the one that I have right here. It's from like 1960, but it's not doesn't have any plans on it. Basically, they told me land is flat, and you gotta, now what I was told, I wanted to do 2 more developments, that I have to have my own retention for all my water.
That's a county stipulation from
I know
Candace
that.
Miller's office,
No.
not from our township.
I know that, but why didn't they have that type of information a long time ago? Because my backyards on some of my units right now are the retention ponds
We didn't have Candace.
that Macomb County has not fixed since 1975 that I know of, started complaining about. DNR got involved with me. I'm like, wait a minute, this is my property, you're draining on it, you didn't even put a ditch in. So I'm just giving you a little clue. You guys are the zoning board, I don't mean to.
I think the planning commission would probably like to hear
Yes,
about it.
I'm only in town because my residence is in Florida, and I stayed back because of this gentleman, and then I'm going to go probably next week back home. I just wanted to speak on his behalf if he had any problems, that's all.
Don't you think
All
the
right,
planning
thank you.
commission would like to hear some
Yeah.
of this?
I mean, I'm the liaison, I can go back
Oh,
and
she
say
can
that,
just-
She
but
is the liaison.
I am
back to the
telling
planning.
you, we are addressing as much as we can. It's insane the amount of homes that are non-conforming and that our ordinance changes are going to make conforming. It's like 40% or something like that.
The right hand needs to know what the left
Crazy.
hand's doing. I'm going to give you, at 29850 on Riverside Bay Court, they gave me all the permits to redo a cottage, basically it was a barn-style garage-looking thing, like a carriage house that I restored completely. and VJ was here, and I said, got the plumbing permit, everything, got all electrical approved. I called Edison to get it hooked up. He said, what's the address? I don't know. I went down, bought the address over here. Then the very next day, I got a stop work order. And I said, what's this for? He goes, oh, you can't have an accessory building on an empty lot. BJ, do you know how small this lot is? The front yard, side yard, and the rear yard all overlap. Well, what that structure was, and this was good, he basically drew a line from where the corners of the property were, where the existing building is. Can you put a house here? And I looked at him like he was kidding me. It took me 8 months to get my prints approved because he didn't have anybody here reviewing the plans. Then Diane called me back after I asked her for the foundation permit. Gave me the foundation, but she called me up. She said, Mr. Bowen, did you put the foundation in? I says, I'm doing it right now. Why? She says, you got to stop. It's not big enough. Okay? What's going on? She says, it needs to be bigger. I says, you want me to put a bigger house on a non-conforming lot than what I have? Yeah, would you? I said, no problem. I had no problem with it. I was able to make it work, but I didn't have to come in front of you. Because VJ did something that was practical. All the houses on Riverside Bay Corridor within, some of them are only 2-3 feet off the.
Well, I think that's in the past, since I've served on the board for many non-conforming lots, we give leniency, especially in this particular case and this was unique because he's just building over the same exact footprint. But there are times where we've allowed variances to be put in place on non-conforming lots because of side yard setbacks, et cetera, because of the size of the lots.
I mean, I don't want to practice law, but I know there's something on the books because there's lots over there that were on, I think Lakeville and Circle Drive. You couldn't even put a house on. Those little narrow strips, they turned them into marinas. You know, so what do? You tell the guy who wants to build a house and then you deem it non-buildable and you got to buy from him. Pretty much. I mean, that's all I have to say.
No, it's good points. You make good points.
Holidays and everything.
Thank you
Great,
very much.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You
Thank
too.
you.
For the rest of the board. The new minimum lot width for R1C, which is here on point, is all R1C, will be 70 feet with a max impervious surface of 55% up from 45, because those are our two biggest sticking points that we get on those lots.
So that's all of R1Cs going to 55%
Yeah.
impervious?
Impervious,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
In each zoning district is increasing max impervious coverage. There was a little bit of back and forth between some planning commissioners. Larry wanted it to be a lot higher than that, and some of us felt that we also still need to absorb stormwater before it goes into our lakes and canals, so we settled on, I think it's a 10% increase across zoning districts.
Interesting.
This gentleman wanted an automatic pass because it was a non-conforming lot. And, you know, to a degree, I can understand a little of that. It conformed at one point. We changed the zoning, and now no longer conforms. It's unfortunate for the property owner.
And this copy of, if you want to check out on the agenda for tomorrow's planning commission, the zoning ordinance updates are an attachment on there. There's a lot of stuff that is being changed, but there is a table somewhere where our planner says exactly how many, by making these changes, how many homes are going to be brought into conformity, I guess, as you would say. And some of it's like even up to 30%, I think, or something like that. But yeah, check it out. If you want to see, there's a lot of other things. Short-term rentals are being addressed.
Yes.
Trying to think of some other bigger things. PUDs.
We talked about the generators,
Yes, I believe that's in there as well.
because we had so many cases.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to see, there's some other, and then just, we had parcels listed as residential, but they're really open space, like the golf course or the parcel that the township owns, the wooded parcel. So we added a zoning district for residential opens, or recreation and open space. So, and I think we added like that parcel by McRae that is a conservation easement. We made sure all the conservation easements are shown on the zoning map now.
Thank
It's
you.
been a long process. Melody will agree, but there's been a lot of changes, so.
But it sounds like everything's. moving in the right direction.
217 pages worth of,
Changes?
well, not every page is changes, but there's quite a few.
Do we have any old business, new business, announcements? We jump public comments, we have that. The next meeting, November 12th. And is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. 7:21.